There are reports that dozens of Palestinians were killed overnight by 2 Israeli airstrikes in northern Gaza. According to the Hamas-run civil defence agency, an attack on a house in Jabalia killed at least 25 people, including 13 children. And in a separate attack, 5 people were killed in a strike on Gaza City, with several more still missing. In response, the Israeli army, which has been operating in northern Gaza for several weeks, said it had eliminated dozens of terrorists in Jabalia, as well as a weapons store. Our correspondent John Donnison is in Jerusalem and told us what more is known about the attacks.
Well, look, it's difficult to verify those numbers because Israel does not allow foreign journalists uncontrolled access to Gaza. But as you say, this does seem like a significant strike. A house targeted in Jabalia, 13 children among 25 people killed. There are apparently still people trapped under the rubble. I've just looked at some footage reportedly from the scene, and it's one of considerable devastation and confusion, chaos in that area in Jabalia. And I think it's important to remember that this comes just 2 days before a US set deadline for Israel to significantly improve humanitarian access to Gaza, and also to take measures to reduce the number of civilian casualties. The United Nations put out some figures last week saying 70% of people killed in Gaza in a 6-month period have been women and children.
We were hearing yesterday about the demand for Hamas to no longer have a base for talks in Qatar. How confident can we be that that is the case? Because there were denials by Hamas yesterday.
Yeah, they've been denied by Hamas and denied by Qatar as well. But look, you have to see this as pressure being put on by the Americans. The source of this story came from American State Department officials, and they clearly want to send a signal that Hamas is being isolated. So while it seems that Hamas are not actually being kicked out of Qatar, certainly they've been much more low profile there in recent weeks. And if Qatar is going to stop being the key mediator between Hamas and American officials to try and secure a ceasefire deal, then that does leave Hamas more isolated. And it begs the question, where will they go if they can't be based in Qatar? Because it's been shown they're not safe in Iran. We had Ismail Haniyeh assassinated by Israel there, the Hamas political leader. They're not safe in Lebanon. They've been targeted there too. And the only other place really could possibly be Turkey, which of course is a NATO ally. But would Turkey want them based in Istanbul? We've no indication that they would.
John Donnison in Jerusalem. Lebanon's health ministry says at least 20 people, including 3 children, have been killed in Israeli strikes near the port city of Byblos. There has also been a series of airstrikes by Israel's military on targets in the Bekaa Valley, including this one in the village of Sarin. Israel says it's targeting Hezbollah militia operating in Lebanon.